Dowsing Rod released onto the beta branch in such an underpowered state that it got buffed the next patch, but is it any good now that it makes upgraded powers? There's a lot going for and against this relic, so let's start with the shorter one, the good. Abundance is a very strong card, and it gets stronger as the run goes on. It solved a lot of very tricky fights for me. Oh, it evokes the thing! For example, it gave me Page Storm against Mr. Bees, letting me ignore the dazes completely. Here, Necromastery gave me a really cute solution to killing the center bowl bug, and on defect, it very regularly gave me Creative AI or Echo Form, letting me completely outscale fights. Like, I'm pretty sure this turn is lethal somehow, but I didn't want to math it out on stream, so it's left as an exercise for the reader. I know people complain a lot about Aeon Glass, but Abundance just completely solved the fight both times I faced it. On defect, it gave me extra draw via iteration to help me control the fight, and on Necrobinder, I went into the fight with a non-exhausting Abundance Plus and multiple copies of Dredge. This allowed me to continuously scale, and I beat the fight without taking damage. Honestly, this card felt incredible on Necrobinder. Necro has a lot of expensive powers that either scale you for later or get you out of a jam right now. However, and now we get to the however part of the script, Abundance wasn't always good. It is a card, so you're subject to the whims of your draw pile, and often I was drawing it when the fight was basically already over. Oh, I think it's dead. And if I was facing pressure, particularly on Regent, I couldn't rely on it to solve the turn for me. I think that's correct. Sorry, Abundance. And before you can play the card, you have to get the card, and oh boy, is this thing worse than I thought. I could make a montage of all the turns, all the combats that went badly because I had Dowsing. What did I do to deserve this opening hand? And sure, calling it take 30 damage for white noise is clearly hyperbolic, but they're not wrong about the 30 damage part. Unlike Guilty, which gets out of your deck after 5 combats, Dowsing you often have to carry till basically the end of Act 1, or longer if you autopilot into an elite at the end, which happened to somebody. Most maps I encountered only had one real path with 5 question marks, which can be nice if you're someone who doesn't like to think about pathing, but objectively, most strong Act 1s are not going to 5 question marks. I think emotionally we tend to remember the high rolls we get in events, but often they're just dead floors or worse. And by design, they need to be. Fights can kill you, so they need to give you better rewards, on average, to compensate. Dowsing tanks your runs in 2 ways. 1, if you're going to 5 question marks, you're not going to elites. The Act 1 relic bar of an average Dowsing run is completely anemic. Which of these pictures would you rather take into Act 2? But Act 2 is definitely not a given with Dowsing Rod. 2 of my runs took so much chip damage in hallway fights that they died to the first elite they fought. Another died early Act 2, and maybe Pale's Wing was not the choice here, and arguably I was overcompensating for my Act 1 relic bar. And technically you could question my choice to collect quest cards like their Infinity Stones. I did see in the comments a rather cool suggestion for a Dowsing rework. What if instead of giving you a quest card, it marks some late act question marks the way Fur Coat does, and you spend a floor getting the reward there. Of my 5 Dowsing runs, I had 2 wins and 3 really brutal losses. Now, 2 out of 5 wins is okay, but if I compare it to my other testing, Calamity went 2 for 2, Jackpot had 2 Act 1 deaths and then 5 wins for 5 out of 7, perfect score. And I don't want to spoil the results of my large capsule testing, but I'm guessing it's better than this.